Thank you so much for coming and being with us today. I'm Deborah Ann Matthews, and this is Michelle Pettis. And I just have to tell you, Michelle is our weekly guest, and she wrote a book that's called Leaving Large. It's about her journey where she has, in her lifetime, lost and gained over 700 pounds. Honey, let me tell you, this woman talking about you can write your way to your right weight. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that different? She ain't talking about no diet or she ain't talking about no low cal. She talking about write your way to your right weight. And I am so proud of her because she has been accepted and asked to speak about her plan, her idea, which works for weight loss and for understanding the mindset behind this diet culture that we're in. We're full of food addictions, we're full of stress, we're full of anxiety, and it leads us back to eating. And we want, like I got this right here, this light, half tea, half auntie, ain't got nothing to do with nutrition. My coach said, Deborah, that's marketing on the front. Like, but it's light. And this is really the truth. So as we talk about the truth in our
Productions, right? So yeah, you know, yeah. Tonight we are going to be talking about how much are you worth? I mean, what's your life worth? And I'm glad you mentioned scientists around professionals, nutritionists, people that are working in this field, and be able to talk from a place of of authenticity, to be able to talk as someone who has lived the experience. Because
Mhm.
sometimes you're dealing with doctors and other people that they don't know what it's like.
Yes.
They see it on paper, they see the numbers, they see the patients coming in, and they dispense advice, or they give you a sheet of paper and say, here, do this. And when you come back and you haven't done that thing on the piece of paper, they're like, why haven't you done the thing? They don't get it. They don't understand it. And so for me to be in a position or in a place where I can get their ear, where I can get their ear and say, you know what? A lot of times people know what to do. A lot of times people know how to do it. But there's a space between the what and the how
Yes.
where we get stuck, where we need support navigating. And I say we because even though I'm the same weight that I was in 2019 when I finally, got a handle on this thing, I'm in recovery every day. I
Mm-hmm.
am I am navigating this toxic food environment every day. I am watching, I am I am thinking about what I eat. I am thinking about what's presented to me. And I was at a conference today. I was at a conference today, and they had, different boxes of, for your food choices. And I ended up I picked they had a Mediterranean wrap, a veggie Mediterranean wrap. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. I opened up the veggie Mediterranean wrap and it was lovely. But also inside of that box, it there was a box of chips, potato chips, and there was also a chocolate chip cookie in that box,
Mm-hmm.
and an apple.
Mm-hmm.
And had I eaten the bag of chips and that cookie, 160, 380, that's 540 calories that's doing nothing for my body. And no, 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 no. Let me take that back. It's not doing anything to help or heal my body. Everything in both of those things is breaking down my body because it was processed as fat, as sugar, right? All the stuff that your body doesn't even recognize as food was in that container.
Yes.
And I think about in the old days, right? So I ate my veggie wrap. I ate my veggie wrap. I put my apple in my purse. Went to the next session. Then 2 sessions after that, I ate the rest of the apple, and I just left that cookie and the potato chips in the box.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about in the old, now we know, and we make a decision. We bidding it out that just get a handful because it's free, right?
Mm-hmm.
would I be eating it? The same thing in going out to eat, right? Especially especially when you start thinking about the 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 what do you call it? The all you can eat, right? The all you can
Yes.
eat, the
Yeah.
unlimited, right? The brunch situation,
Mhm.
right? So you pay one time for sure. But
Mhm.
if you start just thinking in your mind, if I had to go back, if I had to pay every time I went back, would I be getting this extra plate? Would I
Exactly.
be making a would I be making
Mhm. Mhm. Yes. You know what happened to me? Chick-fil-A.
it? What's so telling about that is that it is not just the chicken. It is everything else that we are consuming that is in these packages and boxes,
Uh-huh.
right? It, ju-
Yes.
just like just like inside the chicken that you were talking about, the
Mhm.
Popeyes and the Chick-fil-A, there's stuff in it that makes it addictive. In that, it's in these other things too. It's in these other this it's know that it is being formulated to keep us in the state of addiction, to
And
hide
how
to
can
have
the
to
medical community not understand that?
deal with the mind, which is belief system. Until you deal with that, the behavior part is always going to be difficult. It's always going to be hard, and it's always going to be a struggle. And it breaks my heart when I see these medical programs that just focus on medication, they just focus on nutrition, and they just focus on movement. And those things are important. You got to do those things, but before you can do those things, you have, as my grandfather used to say, you got to get your mind right. And one
Mhm.
of the ways, one of the most powerful ways that you can get your mind right and reclaim your mind is through writing, is through learning and understanding what you're feeling, right? Learning and
Mhm.
understanding what you are thinking in the moment. Learning and understanding that just because something shows up in your stomach, it doesn't necessarily have to be hunger. That
Yes.
learning to take the time that you are worth it, right? That you are worth the time that it takes
Mm.
to evaluate really what's going on, to
Mm.
ask yourself what's going on, to think about what's time now to prevent it, then illness and disease is going to come on us, and it is going to take the time. So
Oh
that
yeah.
and we're not going to have any control over it.
Oh
We're
yeah.
not going to have any control over it, and it's going to take longer and it's going to cost more. But if we get in front of it now, if you take the steps to get in front of it now,
Mhm.
decide that you're worth the extra 5 minutes, the extra 10 minutes,
Mhm.
the extra 15 minutes, longer back, get some movement in,
Mhm.
so that you're not that's life.
Who want to feel that you're worth more, but right now you really don't, who are too busy. You're too busy because you have to work, you have to take care of your husband, you have to take care of the kids, all that stuff. If you would give yourself 1 hour and join us Mondays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, 4 p.m. Central, while you're driving in the car, you can listen. Then you'll begin to understand how to put your nutrition and the nutrition of your family in a better place. And it'll show on your body with a slimmer waist. And then you'll be able to work harder.
Deborah Ann, that is so true. That is so true. And it I don't know if you've heard me say this before, and
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to say it again because I forget. When I first started on this journey,
Mm-hmm.
like this last leg of this journey,
Mm-hmm.
when I finally lost that last weight and had figured out how to keep it off,
Mm-hmm.
it was not a health journey. It was not a health journey for me. I just wanted to wear cuter clothes. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to wear cuter clothes, and I wanted to
Nothing
look
wrong
cute
with
in
that.
them.
Okay.
That that's what I wanted. I didn't have high blood pressure. I didn't have that.
Mhm.
I you know I don't.
On the truth about me because it's the truth. And so many times we sneak and eat. Then we sneak and we're gaining weight and we don't realize it. And I don't wear super tight clothes. So I could gain 40 pounds and still can wear this same dress. But then when I try to
Mhm.
move, it's like, I can't move. I'm out of breath. But then the
Mhm.
opposite happened too. The more I tell the truth, I'm like, somebody said, "You tired?" No, I ain't tired. I don't need energy. Like, I'm taking these vitamins. I'm not taking it for energy. It just promotes energy.
Mhm.
I'm fine. And then they said, "Well, why do you always fall asleep as soon as you eat?" I said, "Probably because I ate too much sugar." So that's when I began to understand that sugar is a booger bear.
Yeah, it is. It's a booger bear.
It's a
It
booger
it
bear.
it, it, it is a booger bear, and I tell you what, when we start to think about and really understand what it
Mhm.
does and keep that top of mind,
Mhm.
that's part of what the writing does. When
Yes.
you're able to put on paper all the reasons why not, and see it, because writing does something. Writing makes stuff
Mhm.
real. When you put the
Yes.
words on the paper, it makes it real. So you
Yes.
start to reinforce, I want sugar out of my life because, and you start
Yes.
writing list after list after list after list,
Mhm.
and you see it on paper, right? I need sugar out of my life because sugar is detrimental because, and you
Yeah.
start just feeding your brain with that rather than, oh, that looks so good, it tastes so good, right? That
Yes.
right. That's what it is. It looks good and it tastes good. But if
Yeah.
we start logically start filling our brain with the list of why we want to avoid it, why we don't want it in our life, and not only that, what we'll be able to gain once we move it out of our life, right?
Yes.
What that's going to look like, what that's going to feel like to stay focused on that.
Mhm.
That because because I have renounced sugar, right,
Yes.
and all of its cousins, sugar and all of its
Yes.
cousins, right?
Yes. Because it's so.
Because I have
Yes.
renounced
Yes.
them, right? I'm able to feel better. I'm able to live longer. I'm able to get
Yes.
the medicines out of the medicine cabinet. I'm able to wear I'm
Yes.
able to wear what I want to and look cute in it. Because just I'm telling you, just because
Yes.
they make it in your size doesn't mean it looks cute on you. I don't
Okay.
want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just saying, right?
Okay. That's right.
So that was part of my journey. And the other thing is that ultimately, even though I said I wanted to wear the cuter clothes, I wanted my body to look different. Once I started on this road, what I really realized was that I needed to start making choices, and I'm making choices to support my health, to support
Yes.
because I want to save my life. I want other
Exactly.
people to save their lives. It's about saving my life. And when you make the choices based on how you want to live, how you want to look, how you want to feel, how you want to show up and saving your life, then your body will follow.
That's
So
it.
make the choice. Just this, eating this, whatever it is it going to help me or is it going to heal me?
That
Is
is
it going
good.
to save me or is it going to ultimately be send me to a place of disease? I mean, those are real questions. What's in it? What's in it?
And
Do I really know? Is it worth it? Is my life worth taking the chance on the fact that I don't know?
exactly.
Is
We
my
have
is my life worth more than that?
she said, "Help me or heal me." We have 2 weeks almost coming up the first Saturday in July, unless we change the date because of the holiday, where we can get some help. And that help will come in the form of a writing workshop. I've been saying that it should cost $50 just to participate for 90 minutes. That's an hour and a half. But Michelle graciously does this as a labor of love and only asks for
Mm,
$25 of investment. I sound like a preacher. what it's doing is it's giving you an opportunity to take that same $25 you used to buy a Big Mac meal or a drive-through number one and a shake and a cookie, and taking that investment and helping yourself to heal yourself.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It,
And
it is healing. I
yes, it
mean,
is.
these workshops never end. It's what I call healing through reading, writing, and storytelling.
Yes.
Healing through reading, writing, and storytelling. And I will tell you the reason the reason that these workshops are so powerful is because I teach you how to get to your own story. See,
Yes.
the thing about it is that you have the answer inside of you, right? We all know the answers. We're carrying around the solutions inside of us. It's just it's obscured. The solutions are obscured. The answers are obscured. Because once we start moving the anger aside, once we start moving the mistrust aside, once we start moving the shame aside, once we start moving the fear aside, once we start moving the judgment aside, once
Mm,
we start
okay. So how do we know?
with this,
Okay.
what am I missing? If you're there, just email me.
Okay. What's
Michelle
your
at
email address?
michellepettis.com.
Excellent. And
Michelle at michellepettis.com. I answer every email.
on until you get in the class, and then you'll be ready. And it took me a couple of months. The first few weeks I would lay down while I'm listening to class and I say I don't want to say nothing as much as I talk. But when it's honesty, then you don't have to say anything fast. You just take your time, jump in where you want to, and if you don't. But you'll
Right.
find that
That's
you're doing
exactly right.
some good things right now. So you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You are concerned about your health, and that's a very good thing because you're aware enough to know something ain't right.
Yes.
So I thank you
Yes.
so much. This was a good topic. Understanding our worth. People say that all the time. I don't think we truly do, but we're
Yes.
going to get there.
Yes.
So we have our
Yes.
free coaching class on Mondays. Just email,
Yes.
inbox. Even if you inbox me, I post it on my community page. So if you just scroll down through the community pages, you'll see the Facebook group. You'll see the link to join the class every Monday, 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. From your car, from your computer, from your cell phone, doesn't matter. Weekly, 52-week class, email Michelle. You can get the book. You can also plan to join us the first Saturday of the month for the 90-minute writing workshop. Any
Write your way
questions,
to your right
concerns?
way.
Yes, that's it. So, Michelle, it's a blessing to have someone who's so patient. Yes, Porch Lady says saying no to sugar equals rid of brazier extenders. Okay, she'll be in Saturday's class. That's right. Me and you both, girl. What? And that's my goal this month, this July. Get
Wait
that
a minute.
sugar down.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
See, she said the
I
ends
haven't
of
heard
bra
Brazil. I haven't heard
extenders.
that word. They still
I
call it that.
tell you,
Brazil.
we have to be honest here, y'all. We gotta be
Absolutely.
honest.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
It's real. It's
Tell you.
real.
It is, but it's so possible. Some of the ladies said people are telling them they're looking slimmer. Well, okay, because we're making better choices, even in
That's
our
right.
struggle. So thank you so much, Michelle. I mean, I know you're so busy and I text you to death and bug you to death, but the kindness that you show to help all of us get better mentally is just, we appreciate it.
It is a joy for me to come on and chat with you on Thursday nights. This is absolutely one of the highlights of my week.
Oh,
So,
wow.
you
Thank
know,
you.
I am blessed by this time for sure.
That's a blessing. Thank you so much. So I'll look forward to talking to you next week and we'll see you in class on Monday.
On Monday. Monday.
Peace and huggies, y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.